Big draft news for you. Warriors' potential prospects are being released. They're having their pre-draft workouts, bringing players into the facility to test them out. We're going to break down the major players they have coming in and all that and more on Warriors Digest. Randy Silver here. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Come out with videos daily. Thank you to all that subscribe and comment. We love it. You're not missing anything here in Warriors land. Can we break it all down for you? Let's get into it. Pre-draft workouts. Per Jason Dumas, Warriors have began their pre-draft workouts. 6 players are coming in. Adama Bal of Santa Clara, Jared McCain of Duke, others, Chibuzo Agbo, Boise State, Brooks Barnheiser, Northwestern, Dylan Jones, Weber State, and Gabe McLaughlin, Grand Canyon. So these are the people we have coming in, and you need to remember this. Warriors most likely are not going to have a first-round pick. It's top 4 protected. So right now, based off of percentage, the odds of us being the top 4 is less than 1%. If it's not in the top 4, we give our pick to the Portland Trailblazers. This means we only have a second-round pick, which is around the 55 pick mark. So you're not going to get a top player. So the people coming in are going to be in that range you would think. Maybe they fall a bit, but the odds are they're going to be in that lower range. Most likely a Santa Cruz Warrior, a G League team, or on the end of the bench. What do we need? Size for rebounding, being able to block a bit better, intimidation in the paint, more shooting around Steph Curry, and they get younger. Obviously, with the draft pick, you're going to get younger, but think about that when we go through these players. So who are the players again? Adama, Jared, Chibuzo, Brooks, Dylan, and Gabe. We're going to go through all of them right now, the pros, the cons, and their stats. Starting with Adama Bal, Santa Clara Broncos. And who else is from Santa Clara? Last year's rookie we picked in the first round, Brandon Podjemski, and that worked out really well for us. He's 6'7", 190, junior. So what does that mean? Getting taller. Clay's 6'6", free agent. He may be going. So it helps us keep some of the height, which is good. Puts him on the court. But he's not a big man. He's not someone who's going to be pounding in the paint, be able to go against Rudy Gobert, go against Jokic, things like that. We look at his stats. You want to see progression as a college person, as a junior. He played more games every year, which is great. Look at the minutes. Average over 30 minutes a game last year. And he wasn't really playing much the first 2 years. Field goal percentage above 40%. 3-point, 35%. That could be key. That needs to go up. 35%. NBA probably goes down a bit. Free throw percentage, 82. And you get the rebounds, 3, assists, 3, blocks, 0.2. 14 points a game. So wing player, scorer, but needs to get better at the threes. So let's dive into his draft prospect. You can see here, overall, high regards, 7, 8, 9s. So nothing outstanding. 10 would be all-star level, but he's greater than 92. So they think this guy has a lot of potential. In the mock draft, 32, and the big board, 54. So in terms of big board, he fits where we're at. But the mock draft, 32, end of the first round, beginning of the second round. So the odds of him being with us in those 50 picks, probably small. Maybe you can package a couple of picks, a player to trade up, but he would be ready. I loved what I see there. NBA ready, 8. Get him in the game, he's ready to go. He's a big crafty guard, impressive offensive package. Layups, floaters, mid-range. Length, he's a 6'11 wingspan, so that's noteworthy. Can guard guards, can pound inside a little bit. Yes, he's not that traditional 6'11 height, but he plays bigger than that, kind of like Looney. Lots of potential first-round pick. Comparison, Jalen Williams, Shake Milton. Solid players, not all-stars, not greats, but solid players. So that is pick 1. 2, Jared McCain. But before I get to McCain, I would take that pick. Again, Adama Bal, if he's there, seems like a very solid pick. And maybe in the free agency we can get a better big man, someone to go with TJD. But as a draft pick, seems like someone who would help the team right away. Jared McCain from Duke, 6'3", from Sacramento, knows the Bay. Shout out my girlfriend Mary, who's from Sacramento. 200 pounds. So as a freshman, he's going to be 19. Not as ready for the NBA, potentially come in. Body is still developing, things of that nature. Played 36 games, 30 minutes a game, which is pretty good. Field goal percentage, 46%. 41% from three. Love that. 40% from three. We know we need shooters. Be able to go around. Steph can shoot the ball from three. But he's only 6'3". He's Steph's height. So you put him and Steph in the backcourt together. With Brandon, you're not having as much height as you would hope. Look at Minnesota right now, how much height they have besides Connolly. It's tough to guard. Free throw, 88%. Rebounds, 5. Assists, 1. Points per game, 14.3. So versatile player, shooting-wise, can be a good fit. Fits that being able to knock down jump shots. Warriors, we know the Duke program. Coach K not there anymore, of course, but John Shire is the coach. Descendant of Coach K, played for Coach K. Has that mentality, has that work ethic. They rate him a 93, so just a notch better. NBA ready is a 7, though, so he's probably going to need to go to the G League, Santa Cruz Warriors. 2-way contract. Big board 26, mock draft 23. So odds of him being there around the 55 pick, not going to be there. I mean, unless he falls, something happens like A-Rod, Aaron Rodgers in the NFL draft. Of course, that was supposed to be potentially first-round pick. He fell to late in the first. Anyways, what I'm trying to say, he may fall or you draft up. But I do like the fact, defense 8, strength 8, quickness 8, jump shot 8. So it looks like he'd be a good offense and defensive player, just young, and he's not the size. So in terms of shooting, yes, this helps us. In terms of size, no. He's very similar to Brandon Pajemski. Comparison, Bryn Forbes, not going to lie. I didn't look who that person is. I don't know that name. Maybe you can comment, let me know. Good strength and balance as a strength at 6'3", play on and off ball, prolific shooter. So that's what matters most. If you're going to lose Clay, prolific shooter. Well off the catch, the dribble, or the move with good balance. Weakness, more wired to score than facilitate, and doesn't have a great size as he's more of a 2-guard. So, that hurts. More wired to score than facilitate. Steph will have the ball in his hands. So maybe he becomes a backup point guard and can help if you don't take Chris Paul and bring his contract in. You let him walk. Maybe he backups, can score, facilitate. Score for himself. But he's got to become a better passer. And the fact right there, doesn't have the size, doesn't help the Warriors. So if he's there, not a terrible pick, but I probably would stray away from this one if I'm honest. Chibuzo Ogbo, Boise State Broncos. Boise State is not one of the Power 5 conferences, so what's his competition level? He's playing day in, day out. He was there for 4 years, so as a senior, love to see it. From San Diego, my old hometown, love that. 6'7", 226, so he's got some good size. Again, not the big height that we're hoping for, man, inside. But look at his 3 points. 3-point percentage, 40% the past 2 seasons, right on track. And it was terrible, 20 and 32% before that, so it means he works on it, and there's more room to improve. But his free throw percentage is only 72%. So something's got to give there where he shot the ball really well from 3, got to make the free ones. 5 rebounds a game, 14 points. Played 33 games. So, not a bad shooter. Has that size again. If Clay walks away, if you need to potentially trade a Moody, boom, he can kind of fill that role. Please don't trade Kuminga. We've talked about this. I know you all don't want that. But he does fill the role of a shooter around Steph. There were no ratings for him, unfortunately. So, we don't have that. But 6'7", power forward. Probably get a pass on this one too. I mean, it would be nice to have that shooting, but I think the height is more important here. Brooks Barnheiser, Northwestern Wildcats guard. 6'6", 215. So you're seeing a lot of guards are coming in, trying to get the shooting around Steph. He shot 34% from 3, 76% from free throw. His 3-point percentage went up every year, which shows you he's developing. He works hard. Probably can do that again and again. 14 points a game. I think I'm going to pass here, and we're going to move to Dylan Jones. There also no stats about him. 6'6", Dylan Jones, Weber State. Northwestern, Power 5 conference. Weber State, mid-major type of conference from Columbia, South Carolina. 6'6", 235. So he's a big body. Will fill out in the NBA program. A couple of years of weight training. Can get bigger. Almost like a Draymond Green type of guy here. We look at his 3-point percentage. Terrible. 32%. Not good enough for the Warriors. does shoot free throws relatively well, 21 points a game. And he played 37 minutes. Impressive for college. So what does that mean? He was a big boy for a mid-major. 6'6", 235, but he's just an average person in the NBA. So he's got to either A, become a better shooter to survive, or he's got to really bulk up and be able to deal with people down low. Could be a good fit, kind of like a Draymond Green, but probably pass. When we look at him, again, there's no rankings on him. Mock draft, 40, big boy 46. So a little bit closer to where the Warriors pick. Could be there around the 50-55. Maybe you're able to do a package deal, go up 10 if you wanted to as a Warrior. And then lastly, Gabe McLaughlin, 6'7", Grand Canyon. We know made the NCAA tournament this year, and Grand Canyon is a mid-major team as well. Look at that. Was in college for 5 years. Minutes went up every year. Field goal percentage basically went up every year. That kind of actually went up and down. Shot 58% one year, pretty good. 3-point percentage, that did go up in his last year to 40%. 12 points a game, 13 points a game, basically 7 rebounds. 6'7". So another wing type of guard. Having played 5 years of college, has the experience, can probably step in, but the experience of playing against high-level talent year in, year out, day in, day out is not there. And again, this is why it's important. You're looking at these players because we're not going to have a top 4 pick based off the odds. And this is, again, drafted this upcoming Sunday, May 12th. We're going to lose it. So our only pick is going to be in the second round in the late to mid 50 to 60 range, between like 55-ish. So those are the players coming in. Obviously, more will be coming, but right now we got Gabe, Dylan, Brooks, Jabuzzo, Jared, and Santa Clara, and Adama Bal. Of those, who do you think's the best? Again, I think it's probably Adama Bal. He will not be there probably, honestly, unless you trade up. So if you're going to have to do that, out of everybody else, I'd probably take Jabuzzo Agbo from Boise State. Let me know who you think out of those. And of course, smash that subscribe, because as this comes out daily, we're going to have all these breakdowns on players. And as we get closer to the draft, late June, early July, we will have a better take on who they're looking at when they bring in second, third times, and more rumors will swirl around players, trades, and so much more. Until next one, y'all.